So a team out of MIT, and I'll link to the article in the description, they were able to capture emissions from cars and turn it into ink so artists could make art with the ink, which sounds interesting, and I guess it's a cool story. It's not reducing emissions that contribute to global warming, obviously, since the ink, it's just carbon. It's like burnt toast. So nevertheless, it's an interesting story, and if you were to do anything remotely close to that, you'd stand out tremendously in the applicant pool. How do you get there? You can start with ideas, but mainly tinkering. Keep experimenting, researching. You might not necessarily think your way to a solution, but the more you tinker, the more insights you'll have. And even if you don't hit that $1 million idea or $1,000 idea, that tinkering, it's really something to explore in your essays. Describe what your process is like, setbacks that you have while you're tinkering, while you're doing your research, while you're in the lab. That's incredibly interesting. I think a lot of people discount their day-to-day experience, their insights, their methodology, showing the reader that you can think in a scientific way, and that you can present the science in a comprehensible manner. That's extremely impressive. So you might be in the lab every day and you might think, well, what does anybody care? This is just another day in my life. That's very interesting to write about. You don't need to necessarily have solved a global issue to be competitive at MIT, schools like MIT. But you need to show that you can solve a problem, and if you can present that problem solving in an interesting, creative way, you've got a really good chance of getting a positive result from a top school.